All right, welcome to Math Today. Today we're going to be looking at what looks like base 10 figures, and we're going to give them a specific name again. So this one is a unit. It just means one little square. This one is going to be called a strip, S-T-R-I-P, and this one is going to be called a mat. So we have a unit, a strip, and a mat. And I want to look a little bit more closely at them and see how we can use them to measure things and where we get the term square centimeter from. So I'm going to erase the labels here again. It's a unit, a strip, and a mat. So if you hear me say those names, it's the unit is this one, a strip, and a mat. So I did my very best to use a ruler and draw these 1 centimeter. So all of these lines that you see in here are about 1 centimeter, the best I can with a marker. This is pretty hard to do it exactly. But when I'm looking at my unit here, this side is 1 centimeter, cm is centimeter, and this side is 1 centimeter. So if I was measuring things, I could use any of these sides to figure out, well, to know that it's a centimeter. So if I was going to measure this eraser, I would say 1 centimeter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 centimeters. But I could use any one of these sides to measure it because all the sides in all of these, again, are a centimeter long. The reason they call it a square centimeter is because we have made a square and all the sides are a centimeter. So this side's a centimeter and so is that side. So it's literally a square centimeter. It's all the sides are measured as a square centimeter. Here, I'm going up now. So this is a unit, and it's a 1 square centimeter. Because there's just 1 square, and they're all a centimeter. So I'm just going to write 1 square centimeter, cm. This one, I've gone up by 10, a factor of 10. Ooh, remember that factor and dimension are the same thing. So here I have 1 and 1 on my unit. On my strip, you can clearly see 1, and then I have 10 going up. So when I say I went up by a factor of 10, it just means my dimension changed from 1 to 10. I went up 10 times as big. So this is what we call a strip, is the name. You can also call it a decimeter, because it's 10 centimeters in a row. Deci means 10. D-E-C-I means 10. So you could use this to measure things more efficiently. If I were to measure the eraser now, you'd be like, ooh, so it's actually closer to 9 centimeters tall. It's a lot quicker than trying to add up all the little ones on here when I can just hold it up and see that it goes up to 9. So it's 9 centimeters. How many square centimeters do you see here? Well, the easy thing to do is count. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can count 10 square. There's 10 of these units in here. So one strip has 10 units in it. There's 10 square centimeters. Another way to do it is just to take our two factors here and multiply them together. And 10 times 1 is 10 square centimeters. Now I'm jumping up by another factor of 10 here. So not only is this side still 10, now this side is 10. I've gone 10 across. So you can use this to measure just as quick. And so this is what we call a mat, again, because it kind of looks like a mat you'd walk up under the door. I want to know how many square centimeters are in my mat. So one thing you could do, you could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not a very efficient way, is it? So I want to come up with a more efficient way. I noticed that I have 1 strip is right here. So I have 1 strip, 2 strips, 3 strips, 4 strips, all the way up to 10 strips. So if I have 10 strips and they each have 10 square centimeters in it, I can add those up. So I can add up 10 times. That's still pretty efficient. It's better than counting them all by once. But another thing you can do, if you've noticed, is that you can, again, use your dimensions or your factors here to multiply. 10 groups of 10. 10 times 10 equals, and you can either add them all up again if you want, or you can count by tens 10 times, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100. That is how many square, remember these little pieces right here are a square centimeter. There's 100 square centimeters in a mat. 1 square centimeter, 2 square centimeter, or whoa, that's wrong. 1 square centimeter, 10 square centimeters, 100 square centimeters. If you notice a pattern, we're going up, we're multiplying by 10 every time. So we went from, I'm going to make this a little bit more clear, a 1 to 10, you get by multiplying it by 10. A 10 times 10, you get 100. If I were to make like a strip mat, so if I were to add 10 of these mats together, there would be 1,000 square centimeters in there, but we'll get to that stuff later. That can get a little bit confusing. Right now, I just want you to know that when we add 10 to it, 10 to a length or a 10 to a dimension, it goes up by 10. We're multiplying by 10. 1 square centimeters, 10 square centimeters, 100 square centimeters. Unit, strip, mat. Also, this one has a weird name called a decimeter. So if you're measuring things, you can measure, it just means 10 centimeters. Decimeter. Decicentimeter. So that is it for today. I want you to know that. We're going to cover it in the lesson again today. And if you have any questions, please ask then. Bye.